Hello, and welcome to Calgary's Survivors of Suicide Day 9th annual event. It takes a great deal of courage and strength to reach out for support surrounding the loss. So whether you are here for the first time or have joined us for many years, I applaud you for coming here today. By coming here today, you've taken the steps on the journey of self-healing. SOS Day brings people together and reminds us that no one should go through the process of grief and healing alone. Today you'll connect with people who are at different places of grief and healing. So we wanted to share some of the common feelings and emotions that people identify they have felt at some point in time in their journey. Grieving the loss of someone who died by suicide is unique, and everyone's journey in grief is different. So please know that whatever you're feeling is okay. When we grieve, we are attending to the physical and emotional responses of a loss. An emotion can change. And just because we feel an emotion does not mean we'll feel like this way forever. You can find support and healing through counseling, peer groups, and the presence of family and friends. The sad emotion can come in waves. One minute a person may feel okay and ready to face the day, and the next overwhelmed with emotions and feeling of loss again, with a profound sense of emptiness. It is normal for people to feel alone in their grief, due in part to the absence of other people who can't understand what the loss of suicide can feel like. Anger is a common emotion in life. Situations can frustrate us and cause us to act differently. People who have lost someone to suicide may struggle to express this emotion in fear of thinking badly of the person they have lost or disrespecting the person's death. When we are not able to express these emotions, we hold on to them and can suffer in silence. It is important to talk to someone about how you're feeling, because it's normal. A lot of people bereaved by suicide can feel moments of guilt, thinking that they could have or should have prevented the death. Sometimes people may feel that they have caused the death. This too is very normal. It's important to know that the death was not your fault, even if you were told that it was. Letting someone know that you're feeling guilty and being able to talk about it can start the process of healing. Relief may be one of the hardest emotions to deal with. People may feel a sense of relief after a loss by suicide, knowing that their loved one is no longer in anguish or feeling like the weight has been lifted. Most often, the sense of relief is quickly followed by shame and guilt. This feeling can be very common, but it can be hard to talk about. Sometimes people can feel that others might be responsible for the loss, and they need to know why the person died the way they did. The question why is very common, and sometimes the answer will never be clear. It's important to know that healing can still happen and bring a sense of closure and peace. Shame is a difficult emotion to cope with. Sometimes our social network or working environment can bring negative judgments to a loss by suicide, known as stigma. These judgments can cause the survivor to feel disappointment in the person who died because of the way we interpret the views of others around us. Our beliefs and experiences around suicide can really dictate how we deal with and grieve the loss of someone, making us feel we do not deserve any love or forgiveness. It's important to know that you have no reason to feel shame. Your loss is tragic, not shameful. While grief may look differently for everyone, people who are grieving a loss by suicide may start to have thoughts of harming themselves. It is common for people to experience hopelessness after a loss, and it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to ask for help. Reaching out to family, friends, and community agencies is so important at this time, as they can offer support. Self-care and being kind and forgiving to yourself is crucial at this time, as you are working hard to cope with the changes in your life. Talking about the feelings and hurt that the grieving process brings in our everyday lives is healthy and helps us to process grief in a healthy way. Talking about the journey is a great place to start in the bereavement process, and knowing that as you look around the room that you do not have to go through this alone. Thank you all so much for having the courage to come today.